Today we have a special guest, Michelson Aristhyl.
Thank you.
Great friend of mine, entrepreneurial person, leader in the community, wears a lot of hats, general contractor,
Yes, sir.
mortgage broker, real estate broker, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What else you got going on, brother?
Man, former teacher.
Former teacher.
Yeah, former teacher. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that about me, but
I believe if you used to be a teacher, you've
still
always
a teacher.
been right.
Yeah.
So you're once a teacher, always a teacher, right?
yeah, just because I'm not in a classroom, teaching, but I'm always teaching.
You're always teaching. You just taught me a few things before we started these cameras, so it's
That's
the
true.
truth, for
Yeah.
sure. But I appreciate you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me.
It's freezing out here, man. I feel like I'm back in Detroit.
I know. This morning I asked myself, are we in Florida? Or
Are we in Florida? Or are we
Yeah.
in Detroit? It's crazy,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, it's like it was like you got down to the 40s this morning.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be in the 30s this weekend, actually by tomorrow.
Wow. Maybe we'll get some snow.
Right?
There's
That'll
snow in
be
the
nice.
panhandle.
Yeah. So you're gonna get some.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully.
So I'm excited about this conversation, man. So I know we're gonna talk about some real estate,
Yeah.
obviously, but also want to talk about like your background. Where you come from. Everybody knows Sapase. We know that you're from Haiti. So I'm interested. We've shared some stories off camera, but I am interested for our audience to also know kind of your background. How you were raised. I know you're a preacher's kid.
Yeah.
So maybe you can touch on some of that, and I'll let you run with it. So tell me a little bit about your childhood. Let's start with that.
Thank you. I always love to talk about my childhood. I'm the oldest of a family of 10 kids.
The oldest?
The oldest.
Wow.
Family of 10 kids. It's 7 boys, 3 girls.
Wow.
It's a soccer team, man.
Right.
It's a whole soccer team, and my dad, yes, he's a pastor. So I grew up in Haiti. My dad, before he became a pastor, he was a teacher.
Okay.
So then he became a pastor, and so pretty much we grew up in church. My grandmother was a prayer warrior. Would always wake us up, and we have to do devotion in the morning. So I grew up, of course. Before you have breakfast, you have to have devotion.
Absolutely.
You have to learn a couple of Bible verses. You know how that goes. Then having all these siblings, I had to grow up to be the bigger brother that I am in raising. Help my parents raise them, and so from Haiti, my dad actually was being a pastor, was the director of an orphanage.
Oh,
so
wow.
I grew, I don't know if we've ever told you about that.
Yeah, never heard that, man.
And so then we actually moved to that orphanage where we became family with all the kids that were living in the village. So we became like family, brothers and sisters were living like family. And so from there, and when I made my way, I came to the States when I was 18. Then just to visit. Then,
Okay.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, I was at the Jude's school, the middle school, talking about that, and I came to visit for 3 months, and I've always wanted to come to school in the United States, and I said I'm going to stay. So the next time I come around, and I stay.
Wow.
Just to come to school.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you came here at 18.
Yeah.
So I know you a little bit, right? So
Yeah.
we've known each other for a few years, and you just share a little bit more. You kind of, it's like an onion peeling these layers, and to know that you lived and your father ran an orphanage. I knew he was a pastor, but there's a certain level of humility that you have, and there's this kind of innate way that you are with dealing with people and nurturing people. But my point is that explains a lot to me. Like to know that because you guys actually moved into the orphanage to actually to support it, and that family became your family.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow, man. That's why you guys take these big trips and take 30 people with you, huh? Because you're used to that. I'm like, when I see y'all do that, I'm like, how are they going on this trip with 30 people?
The more the merrier. I love people. I love being around people. My wife would tell you I'm a people person. I would show up somewhere, you would think I know everybody, there already, but the moment I show up there, hey,
right.
Get along with everybody.
Absolutely. So when you came to the States, after a few visits, then to live or to move to the States, did you come right to Southwest Florida, or did you go to Miami?
Yeah,
first?
actually I did. I landed in Immokalee.
Oh, in Immokalee. Okay.
My home. That means,
Did you go to school in Immokalee?
Yeah, actually, I went to school in Immokalee. Actually, I was just When I came to Immokalee was in the summertime. And
Okay.
actually
Ooh, it was hot in Immokalee in the summertime.
And went and enrolled myself and my two other brothers that came with me to middle school.
Right.
We went and enrolled ourselves.
Okay.
And then then this come the school year, and I started school, and then my other two brothers had to leave.
Right.
But I stayed.
Right.
I got to play soccer, football, and all the great things.
Football and soccer.
At the same time, yeah, two sports at the same time.
And wait a minute, but you were a pianist as well.
Yeah, yes, I play like the piano, and my dad, being a PK, raising in church, so I learned how to read music since I was 15.
Wow.
Actually, younger than that. Actually, I started how to read music notes, and then from there, my dad sent me to piano lessons. I've been playing the piano for over 30 years.
Because one of the titles that I didn't give you,
yeah,
is a band member. So you have this band, Caribbean Groove.
Yes, Caribbean Groove. Yeah, that's the band.
That's him. So people probably don't know that you one and the same because you got so many hats.
Yeah, musicians, teacher. Oh my God, yes. So I've been a musician. So I'm the music director for Legacy. Not Legacy.
There you go. See.
For Caribbean Groove, we're talking about band now. For Caribbean
Right.
Groove, play piano and also backup singer.
Right. And you can sing for real. You sing backup, but I heard you sing solo before.
Yeah,
you got a good voice too, brother.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Man. I used to be able to sing. I lost it. I'm telling the truth, man. I was in a band. I was in a group called Stormy Weather, and we had some good ballads, man. And then I stopped singing. Because somebody that I shouldn't have believed told me I couldn't sing, and I just stopped singing. And now I try to sing, and I can't sing no more.
Nah, man, you don't believe what people tell you. You have to believe it yourself. You can. Anybody can sing.
Yeah.
And you gotta be the greatest singer, but then, everybody got their voice.
Right.
You can sing. You're not gonna sound like Usher or like Beyonce. But,
Right.
Right.
So obviously, I know the real estate part of you because we have Legacy One Real Estate together. It's our partnership. But there's some more exciting things that's going on right now with you with your GC situation.
Yes.
So maybe share a little bit about not only the GC venture that you're working toward right now, but also how does that connect to the real estate company, and then also how does that connect to your overall legacy as far as you making an impact? Because I know that you're very intentional about being successful, but guiding your success with others being successful. Yeah. So how do you kind of tie all that together?
I like that. That's a great question, and I get excited talking about that and that journey. The journey, my journey started out as a real estate agent. And right before that, if you want to jump right before the real estate agent, I was in the financial industry. I had my 215 license where I could sell life insurance. So, that ties up to, the passion that I have for helping people, which I get that from my dad, helping people. And then I've come to find out people come to me for help. I don't know whether they see that face, maybe I can help. Whatever it may be, people would ask me a question about, I'm like, how do you know I can help you in that? But I always try to find a way to help them, even though that's not my forte or that's my field. So from the financial industry, I moved to real estate, which is helping people to get into homes and things like that. So from there, and I've always wanted to be a very resourceful person. From real estate, being a real estate agent, so I'm like, what's the next step? So the next step is becoming a broker where I can manage other agents and learn more about real estate. So from being a broker, so what's the next big step? So of course, in real estate, construction,
right?
Building, development, so land, and so I get into the general contractor journey. Which has been, I want to say, a good 2 years journey, brother. So it's been a long journey. 2
years seems long for you because you're super smart, but it's not a long time, really. When you think about it, man, like, I'm impressed. Like that you even attempted, and then to see you thrive and do it in 2 years, I think you're ahead of the pack, bro.
Well,
so just so you know, that's what I think.
It's consistency, it's resiliency. I don't like to give up.
Right.
I'm not gonna give up.
Right.
Until and that's what this journey means a lot to me. So and I go after this license just to really help people, not to really be proud of myself. Yes, I have this license, but really I want to help people out there.
Right.
So I want to help people get into homes, build the one that I cannot, that can build, the one that cannot afford to build, to get them help, get them grant, get them, any opportunities out there I can help them. So that's why I went after that license. And if anything, after the GC, if there's something more, that's why I'm going.
Right.
You already know.
Yeah, I already know, because I know that you were already working toward getting to be able to do commercial property already.
Yes.
So you're brave, brother.
Yeah,
You're gonna jump in like this dude.
Thank you.
Jumping in like I remember one time you came over and jumped in the pool. You came in the first time with doing a flip. I think your back was hurt the next day. But my point is that
right?
you go all in with everything, and I think that's an inspiration to me, brother.
Thank you.
As an educator teaching, you're teaching just in your movement. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you that. Right now, from me to you, your movement, your faith in yourself, your faith in others, which is required. A lot of people think that faith in yourself is just enough, but faith in others is required as well, because you cannot do it all by yourself.
You're right.
And you can't be doing it all for yourself.
You're right.
To expect to get what you get out of it. And so I'll go back a little bit when and I'm connecting dots as you're speaking, and what I'm trying to do is kind of draw this common line of purpose.
Yes.
Right. And so even back in the day when you were doing the life insurance. My mother was in insurance. She worked for New York Life for a long time, and then was recruited to MetLife. But I know a little bit about life insurance. I know there's between the whole life policy and the term life policy and cash value.
There you go.
Right. And so what I know, what a lot of people don't know about life insurance, that for many it is their first opportunity to become an investor. Because with a whole life policy having cash value, annuities, things of that nature. So that's kind of like we named our company Legacy, which is all about equity.
Yeah.
So even way back when, or even before that, when you were doing the teaching through education, you're creating equity, because nothing's more powerful. There's no more equity than knowing.
You said it best, bro. That is deep.
Right. You like they say, you can give a man fish, you can teach him to fish.
Exactly.
So when you teach someone to fish, that's multiplication. Because not only are they going to continue to fish, but they will also teach someone to fish. Right. And so even though you've evolved with regards, not even evolved, you've added too. You're like the Inspector Gadget. You came here today with this long coat on too. And I was just waiting for you, like, go Gadget. Broker, go Gadget, GC. But yeah, man, so you're like the Inspector Gadget, but it's all within the purpose, man. Like you're fortunate, lucky. I admire you. You're a youth. You're a little bit younger than me. That you can do all of what you're doing, man, because you're doing a lot, brother. And I'm proud of you for everything you got going on. So let's talk about family, man. You got this beautiful wife, who's also a singer, nurse practitioner, very entrepreneurial, doing it all.
Thank you. Yeah, shout out to my queen, Jahida. That's my backbone. Man.
Yeah, somehow I don't know how close we were. Maybe I didn't get an invite to the wedding, or maybe I don't think I did. But I heard you was crying, man.
Man, you gonna
don't cry.
Well, I did cry. The other day the kids was like, some kid asked me a question. Why did you cry? Actually, one of my nieces, and then my wife showed her the video of me crying. Yeah, and she's like, Uncle Chelsea, why did you cry in the video? I said, hey, wouldn't you when you're marrying the most beautiful queen in the world? Wouldn't you be crying?
Right. Ain't nothing like happy tears. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like growing up, you cry because you get in trouble, or you got caught, or your parents whipped you, or whatever.
It was happy tears, man. So so my wife is my backbone, man, and now we used to hear when it's very important after the choice you make, having God in your life, the woman you choose to have in your life is very important. Can make or break you. And then now we're seeing that, I owe a lot to my wife because she keeps me grounded. She keeps me focused. And she would tell you, and then I would be all over the place, although it makes seems like I'm doing a lot, but it's still for the purpose. What you say, I'm still within my purpose. Right. because I used to be all over the place. I used
Right.
to be, this next thing comes in, this next network marketing,
Oh, yeah.
opportunity comes in, I'm there.
Oh, yeah.
This next thing, I'm here. And
Hey, they call it ADD.
ADD.
But it's a gift.
Yeah,
when
it is.
When you really, because I have that superpower and that curse as well, and you're like everywhere, and the funny part about it is that even though we didn't see it as a superpower because maybe the schools labeled us, other people in our lives, many of which took advantage of us, saw it as a superpower. They would put more on our plate. They would give us the bigger territory. They would give you the title and all these things because they knew that guy can do a lot.
Can do it,
He can work a 16-hour day, no problem. Right?
He likes the challenge, take on different things at once.
Exactly. So, yeah, man. So, Jahide is your wife's name.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right?
Yeah, you actually say it.
I say it right. I hear a lot of people say it wrong sometimes because it starts with a Y, right?
Yeah, it's pronounced as a J.
Yeah, man. So, to me, like your life, when I see it, it's a movie. Like, so you're from Haiti.
Yep.
Your wife is from Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
I'm smart, but still, it wasn't until maybe 10 years ago that I understood that the Dominican Republic and Haiti was the same island, separated by a river that you could pretty much walk across, not even swim across. Like there's areas of that river you can literally is waist deep, right? So you guys are from the same island.
Yep.
The powers that be renamed it at some point, and somehow you guys come together and you create this beautiful empire. You guys are the power couple that everybody, you literally sing together.
Yeah, we do.
You work together, you live together, you parent together, you travel together. We've had the opportunity, my wife and I, to travel with you guys a few times.
Yes.
We got some stories about that. Pause. So we once rented an Airbnb that had no doors, even on the bedrooms, but we didn't know anyway. Another story, another day. But yeah, man. But what else did I want to ask you about? So you got let me tell you.
This book that we wrote.
Oh, that book. So the book. Tell me about the book.
Oh yes, that book we wrote, my wife and I, it was called La Casita Española. So Casita is little house. Hispaniola is the name that they used to name the island back of Haiti and Dominican Republic. The whole island called Hispaniola. It's a beautiful island. Got it. So it's a kid's book. That talks about the blended culture of both islands. It's, but it's surrounded by love. Love is the same anywhere. And then I don't know if you know the Dominican Republic and Haiti is always this hatred going on between the two. Some Dominicans don't like Haitians and vice versa. But they're being mistreated out there. And my wife and I being both, I'm from Haiti and my wife is from the Dominican Republic. Although she was born in New York, but she's Dominican. Her roots are from the Dominican Republic. And we want to show people that, we can coexist. We can love each other and we don't have to. And we live in the same island, for God's sake. It's the same island. Like you say, you can walk across the river and just go there, and you can go eat in the Dominican Republic and come to Haiti and eat, and vice versa, back and forth. But we want to show people that it's all about love, man. Why the hatred? Why? Right. Let's cut the nonsense. So the book is it's a kid's book that talk about the cultures, the music, that bond us together, the food, all that, because the foods are very similar, man. We're talking about arroz con habichuela, which is sauce pois, like the rice and beans. Oh yeah, same thing. We eat. It's the same island. So that's what the book is all about, man. It's all about love. Right. At the end of the day.
So I'm gonna call you out. On this hidden agenda. So have you seen the movie Inside Out? Or do you know
yes,
about
I have.
And they say it's a kid's movie too.
I love this movie,
And you keep saying it's a kid's book.
Yeah.
I read the book. To me, that book is very much like the Inside Out movies.
Yeah.
Because it's really for the adults.
Well, yeah.
But it's empowering the children.
Yes.
To teach the adults.
Yeah. Wow. You said it, but yep.
Because who really needs to make the adjustment? Kids come into this world, they don't have any prejudices and they don't have any preconceived notions until they start to learn. But sometimes we see our kids and we see how simple their lives are. We see how they don't judge. We see how fearless they can be, and we learn from them. And so you created a book that's a cartoon, and kids read it, but their parents are watching their behavior, and their parents are learning from them. So it's I don't know if that was your intent. I think it is, because I think you're smart enough that it probably was. But it's a book that affects not only children, more so adults that can remember that's how God created us, pure. God created us colorblind in reality, you know. But yeah, man, it's maybe that book becomes a movie one day.
Oh, that's you preach it, man. That's
but animation. I mean, with AI and everything,
we can do that. We can.
It can be a series, like it can be like Dora. You know, but
a cartoon version.
There you go.
For episodes.
For sure, man. Because it's a good movement. It's I call it a movement because the book, I think, is just one piece of the platform. But I see, bigger things with that. I'm sure you already do too, man. But good stuff.
It's gonna happen.
All right. So what's we talking about? So what you got going on? Is this New Year?
Yes.
We won't get into politics too much.
No.
We got a new president.
We have to stay
we got a new old president. We got the same president again.
Yeah, we have to stay focused.
Stay focused.
Like I started reading a lot. Thanks to you for my mentor. If you guys didn't know, my business partner is also my mentor, and get me back into.
I appreciate that title.
Yeah,
thank you, man. I'm a mentor.
Yes, you're a mentor.
My mom will be proud.
And I started reading again. Thank God for audiobook. Because, being ADD, I can't stay, but I can read a book in one. Wherever you drive, and you can listen to the whole book. And then that's one of the book I started reading. The Ninja Selling, that's one of them, and also the Power of Positive Mindset. Start reading because I'm big on keeping that mind sharp.
Right.
The mindset, that's where it all starts. And one of the quote one of these books I wrote talk about what you focus on expands.
Oh, for sure.
So
the law of attraction.
Yeah, law of attraction. So we have, I focus on the positivity. I focus on growth. I don't look at the negativity. I don't worry about politics. I don't focus on that because what I want to grow is the positive things around me. I want to see the growth and legacy. Mentality. Helping people. Getting people out of this situation, put them in a better situation. I want that to see that growing. So therefore, I focus on that. So. This year I need to get back on the gym, so I haven't been making it back. So, you focus on, and the exercises and the muscles will come. So focus on the exercise. So that's what I've been doing this year, man. It's like we still can't believe January is almost over, but
I know, man. It's my birthday month too, man.
Wow, yeah.
We gotta go do something after this.
Oh yeah, we definitely will, man. Gotta go to lunch after this.
Yeah, man. So you gave me this title, mentor. I appreciate that, brother. It means a lot to me. Right now, with this going into the new year, January is almost over. We got an administration change. Again, we won't get all into the politics. People scared to get into politics. Maybe we will talk a little bit about politics. But anyway, what I do know is that the nation is a little bit divided, or maybe a little bit more than divided. I think there's a high level of anxiety. It's crazy weather patterns, fires going on. It's snowing in northern Florida. Again, you gave me this title of mentor, but I've witnessed you and I watch you daily exercise your ability to encourage and motivate other individuals. So at this moment, I just want to ask you to share with our audience, how are you doing right now with everything that's happening in this world? Good, bad, or indifferent? And then how are you processing it? And what motivates you to move forward? So it's kind of like a 3-part question.
Oh, yeah. Well, good question. So, and what's happening in this world everywhere, like here in our backyard, of course, with the new, president, like you said, there's a lot of anxiety. People are fleeing, the afraid of deportation, those that are here, maybe illegally or not illegally, but they're still afraid, but like I said, you have to stay focused. You cannot let fear, anxiety take over. We have to keep living our lives and then focus on what we do. You go to work every day and take care of our families. And then that's what I'm going to keep on doing as my gift that the God gave me on being on this earth. My purpose is to, on an everyday basis, if I meet someone that's going through something, hey, it's gonna be okay. Trust me. And I have that mentality, I have that mindset. And I always tell my wife, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna this time shall pass, right? Don't be afraid. Stay focused. Do what you gotta do. Keep doing what you have to do. You get up and go to work. Do the right thing. If I know traffic is bad out there. Road rage can be crazy. Be patient with one another. The weather's been crazy for the past 2 days. It's been raining, cold. And we're not used to this. It snowed in Florida. Everybody's freaking out.
Right.
So,
right.
We had 3 different weathers. We have winter and, this. And we have summer down in the Keys.
Crazy. You know what to do.
So, but you just have to stay focused. You just have to keep helping each other. Give somebody a hand. The smallest things. Open the door for an elderly or for anybody. Open the door. You see somebody cold, give them a blanket. You've done that. You see the young kid you saw at the mall. Let's keep doing that, and that's all humanity is all about.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
We have to stay focused, man.
Absolutely.
Don't let the distractions, get in the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what I pull out of that too is that I often say, there's 2 parts.
Yeah.
Like, at some point in my life, earlier on, where it was like so many peaks and valleys and ups and downs, that I recognize, not only through life experiences, but also through my faith in God and my understanding of my religion, the Bible, that joy comes in the morning, right?
Yes.
Right? And so to the point that I was kind of not abusing myself, but I was embracing the trauma because I was so sure that the morning was coming.
Yeah.
And right now I'm embracing the trauma because I feel like, as bad as it seems, the good, for the good to shine, it has to be bigger. It has, you know what I mean? So I feel like, as crazy as this is, life right now, that what's on the other side of it is blissful. That it has to be to create that kind of contrast. And that's over the horizon, right? But another thing that you said was help somebody. And I always say that when you feel helpless and you feel like you have no control over the situation, when you feel like you're just down and out, go help somebody. There's nothing more satisfying than, because I think it reminds me that, I'm not helpless, I'm helping somebody, right? And then I think to the universe, regardless of your religious and your what God you serve, the universe is real too, right? So there's a book called Quantum Faith, which combines quantum physics and Christianity. Brings it all together. It's a great book, Quantum Faith. But when you put good out there, that vibration, for every action, there's an equal or greater reaction. Right? And so if you're feeling down and out right now, anybody out there, if you just go find somebody to help, there's multiplication in that. It's going to lift you up higher than you are right now. And if you keep helping someone, it will lift you higher than you've ever been because it pleases God.
I agree.
And so I know you agree because you live it every day, bro. So I see you do it. I saw this dude roll up in his pickup truck like straight Santa Claus for real. Toys everywhere. That was toys everywhere, bro. Like I honestly, man, I was kind of sad that you didn't take me with you when you left in the truck. I was like, I want to go be with toys too. I want to be important today. But man,
it's coming because that's part of legacy. And next year it's gonna be even better. There's a lot of things that's coming this year. There's great things are coming. We're gonna be doing a lot of things. Legacy One Real Estate. We're gonna be helping the schools, the kids in school that unfortunately that cannot afford a pair of shoes or that cannot afford a shirt. Or the toy drive, we're gonna be doing that, and I want to start doing things as far as feeding the homeless. And we don't necessarily have to do it just for the show and camera. We do sometimes.
Just do it. We did it not too long ago. We had Zoe, our daughter. and she's hooked on it. Not just going out and doing it, but even the process. We make sandwiches and lunches.
Yes.
But it gave her, and I when I saw what it did for my daughter and how good she felt about doing that, I kind of felt guilty that she was at the time 12 years old.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I had her do something like that. We had, done the pantry thing before, and we handed out turkeys on Thanksgiving and worked with the church and everything. But it was something that we just did as a family. Yeah. And we need to do that more often because, it helps our community, but it also keeps our hearts pure and keeps us grounded and attached, because, you're from Haiti, I'm from Detroit. Can't compare the two, but we've both seen some things, right? And so... but now we live a great life and we're making an impact. Yeah. So yeah, man. But I'm super grateful that you came out today.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, thank you for having me as a guest.
Absolutely. So what's next? And then we'll wrap it up. But tell me, what 2025 is the year of what for Michelson Aristhyl?
Well, 2025 is the year of building communities, getting involved more in the community. Hence, that's actually my non-profit organization name. If you didn't know, I've told you a little bit about it. Building Community Initiative.
See?
Building Communities Initiative, it's my non-profit organization where I want to help with the affordable housing out there, crisis that's out there, helping people that cannot afford to get rent.
Right.
Or people, not just to purchase home, or somebody that need to rent a house, they would need the first down payment and the deposit. Sometimes they don't have that. And Building Community Initiative want to step out and help with that.
Right.
So and we're gonna start doing some fundraising, and of course you're gonna be involved in that. It's all part of legacy mentality.
Right.
So these are things I started. I'm preparing myself, so positioning myself for when all these great things coming, that all these gifts that God gives us for us to utilize those and to be working in the purpose.
So I'm sure there's some people watching right now that would like to get a hold of you for either real estate, general construction, your charity. They might want to book you to sing at, I don't know, the opera house or something like that, or play the piano or do some, because he's a mathematician too. Wait a minute, this dude... The calculus and come on now. So anyway, how do they get a hold of you, brother?
Well, you can reach me at 239-675-2716. You can go to my Facebook page, Michelson Aristhyl, or my Aristhyl Enterprise. Once you put the Aristhyl name, I'm in there. And my Instagram is my full name, Michelson Aristhyl. That name is unique for a reason. So
spell Aristhyl, because
Aristhyl, Aristhyl.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, brother. Appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good podcast.